So I realized recently that I purposely have been destroying friendships with people who are very important to me, and I don't know how to stop. I have struggled with my body image my entire life, and I've talked about it extensively on this show. And lately, I've been making really good strides to accepting how I felt, like sort of getting rid of diet culture, not paying attention, not counting calories, all that good stuff, and just sort of living life.
Can I just compliment you for just 1 second here? Because I don't know that people realize how much effort and how courageous and brave it is when you're living your life one way for so long and your mentality is that way for so long. To retrain yourself to completely tweak and look at it differently and feel about yourself differently really takes a lot of courage. And you seem to do it over and over and over again. And I just find it very inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you. And it does feel like retraining. And I had gotten to a point where like I was actually happy with myself and how I looked, or wasn't lamenting. Because sometimes I think body positivity, we're sold this like you have to love yourself. And sometimes it's like you can just be neutral about yourself. You know, you just need to not hate yourself.
I like the body neutrality movement. Like, you know, you don't have to be like obsessed with your body in any way, shape, or form, good or bad. You can just, it's a body.
Exactly. And then I had 2 kids. And oh my God, we're starting all over again from square one. And it's just, and I think this happens to a lot of women. And you don't have to necessarily already be plus size to undergo this. When you have a kid, your body changes. And I think, Kristen, you talked a little bit about it too after you had your son, Jimmy, and you went through your clothes and got new clothes and got rid of some clothes.
Yes, I'm actually currently still struggling with this because when you have a child and you carry a child, your body shifts and changes. And I had to go through my closet, and literally my hips have widened, my rib cage has widened, and things just don't fit me the way that they used to. And it was a hard pill to swallow. And I have this C-section scar. So like there's just, it's the mom pooch, right? Mm-hmm. The mom pouch, the mom pooch. And it doesn't matter what you do. It's just there. And I'm trying to look at it as a reminder of the life I carried rather than looking at it as a negative than something I can't get rid of.
And that's a really healthy way of looking at it. And I gained weight with my first child, and then breastfeeding, I did not lose it, even though everyone else does. Not me. I gained it some more. And then I got pregnant. So I was heavier than like when I was fully pregnant with my first child, when I started my second pregnancy. And I have gained a lot of weight. And my body has like drastically changed to the fact where I don't recognize it in the mirror anymore. And I'll catch glimpses of myself like in the elevator reflection, and I can see like the bottom of the pooch, my gut through my jeans, which is new for me. And I'm like, what? Where did you come from? And I know I might be in my head, but I swear I saw some dudes staring at it the other day. And I'm just like so embarrassed at how I look. Mm-hmm. I have been avoiding seeing friends. Mm-hmm. And it sucks because I've been in like self-inflicted quarantine for 3 years and I haven't seen anybody. And now that I'm back in the world, it's time to start seeing friends. And I keep rescheduling stuff and not wanting to see people because I look so different from how I used to. And I'm embarrassed. Mm. And my friends are awesome. They wouldn't say anything, but I just know they're going to think it because people are human and I don't fault them for it. Like you see someone who has changed very like drastically. I've seen it commented on Bert Show Instagram photos and it was in a positive light, but it's still like, you know, people notice. And while they may not judge or say anything, like I notice, and I'm trying hard also not to be the person who makes the jokes about gaining weight again because I don't want to be that person anymore. So I've avoided all of my friends, and I've just sort of, on top of that, stopped texting and stopped reaching out because I don't want, let's get together to pop up and me have to find some awkward reason or excuse to avoid it. And I wanted to share this because, like, this is a new low for me. I've never avoided people because of my appearance. And I felt like it was important because I've talked so much about the positives of the journey and the strides I've made, to be transparent and be like, you know what, I've been working on my body for this many years and sometimes you have setbacks and it sucks and I have to figure this one out and try and like get around it. And it's hard. And it's hard because it's embarrassing to talk about and it's embarrassing. You can't share it with anybody because they'll say the stuff that you would expect friends and loved ones to say, like, oh, stop, you're beautiful. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. But you do. And until you're in this body, you don't really get it. And you don't get how devastating it is to have to go and buy all new jeans and buy new bras because the old ones don't fit. And even like 2-3 sizes up in the bras, like even bigger, you know, I can wear it on my head like a damn hat. So I guess it's handy. It's like a 2-for-1 special. But like, it's just, it costs a lot of money to gain weight. It costs a lot of mental energy and stress. And I keep telling myself, I carry 2 kids and I'm trying to get everything in control. I'm trying to do everything right. And I can't control it all. And this is just a very real part of my life. I dreaded going to the Bert's Big Adventure staff conference and seeing everyone for the first time because I felt so uncomfortable in my body and how I looked. And I guarantee, like, it might have been a fleeting thought. Like, I know people aren't fixated on it like the way I am, but it still feels like you're walking into a room and all eyes are on you and how different you are. And you don't want to eat in front of anybody. And it's just, let me wear the baggy sweatshirts and just to hide myself. And I'm so tired of hiding. But I want anyone out there listening who's going through this. And again, it doesn't matter if you're plus size or not. You don't have to hide. And we'll get through this together. And I see you, and it's going to take work. And your emotions are valid. But you'll get there, and you're not being judged by everybody, I promise.
I'm so proud of you for talking about this because I know it's not easy.
Seriously, this is what I'm talking about courage right here. So you know me, man, how do you fix? So what are you doing anything? Or are you just sitting in it right now and trying to absorb it? Or are you seeing anybody about it? Or
I'm just trying to sit in it and sort through it myself. I've found, unfortunately, therapists try and offer me solutions, which is nice, but they'll be like, why don't you try, drying out pieces of meat instead of eating potato chips? And I'm like, I don't eat potato chips, and that's not helpful advice. So I'm sitting in it, and I'm trying to get more comfortable. I'm trying to force myself outside of my comfort zone. And then personally, I'm doing other stride, like trying to take control of my life in other ways and balancing hormones, like health stuff behind the scenes. But it is frustrating because y'all will see me eat like Chick-fil-A, but I eat microgreens for freaking breakfast. Like, I eat pretty healthy and I'm still stuck in this body. So sometimes you just feel like there is no solution and there is no hope, and it is what it is. But it's just some self-work that I got to do.
The Bert Show.
So first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get The Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.